Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Me First Mornings. I am your host, Patricia Romero Wolfson. I am an intuitive coach, an energy practitioner, and a life strategist, and I help people to connect with their inner power to gain clarity and confidence to lead their life with passion and compassion. All right, here's our little incense sticks. I wanted to show you because I'm feeling like I'm I don't want to gatekeep. Isn't that the phrase? I'm not gatekeeping. I wanted to show you guys like the incense that I use, sitting zen from, it's like traditional Japanese incense. And I love it so much because it's not like super, super powerful. I even have some low smoke ones. These aren't low smoke, but they're good. Anyway, just sharing my things. So happy Friday for everyone who celebrates Fridays as a day of celebration. Friday. I actually am excited that it's Friday, even though pretty much all the days are very similar for me. But I do enjoy the weekends. Years of conditioning made Fridays feel good, right? Because we've convinced ourselves that Friday is the day to have fun. Good morning, Danielle. Hi, so nice to see you. Mm, I'm super pink today. Do you guys see? Like I have my pink Paris cup, my pink top, and my glasses. They're not really pink; they're red, but you know it all works. It's like a little. I don't know. I'm feeling pinky today, pinkish. I don't know what that means. All right, so um, today I'm going to do an all signs tarot reading for the weekend energy. And I'm doing it. Well, I mean, you guys know I usually pull cards on Fridays, and I've been pulling tarot cards. I'm getting more and more comfortable with them because, as you guys know, I've been learning tarot for several years. So I just keep practicing because that's what we do, right? That's what we do here on Me First. Is we practice. We practice doing the things that bring us joy. We practice doing the things we love. And another one of the things that I really want to start practicing is honoring other creators and other people, what I tend to do anyway. But I haven't really spoken on this show specifically about the people that I do listen to. And like I have talked about it being my guilty pleasure, I think on one of my episodes where I listened to tarot readings about Scorpio because it's fun. And the reason I do that is because sometimes you just need to get someone else's voice, someone else's opinion, someone else's, like you need somebody else to give you hope. I am someone who always looks for the hope, looks for the perspective that fits a happier scenario, a more positive scenario. I'm always leaning towards believing that humanity has a chance, peace has a chance, love wins in the end, the light wins in the end. I truly believe that and I live that. But sometimes I forget, right? Because I'm human and I have crappy days and I have challenges. And sometimes I feel awful about my life. I feel awful about myself. I feel lost, afraid, directionless many times. But as someone who does this for a living, I know on those days, I have to lean into my tools. And very often, my tools include leaning on other people's perspective, maybe holding someone else's hand, borrowing someone else's faith and trust and hope while I get my strength back or while I get my trust, faith, and hope back. And very often that's with friends. But sometimes I just need an unbiased, completely disconnected opinion. And the reason I say that completely disconnected, it's because when I listen to a tarot reader or as someone else or a coach or a motivational speaker online, they don't know about my life. So then it's up to me to farm the information that serves me, to pick out what's resonant for me and use it as I see fit, use it as the fuel to keep me going, use it as evidence of that hope that I'm looking for, right? And so that is hopefully what I want to do for you today is I want to pull some cards for the weekend. And I'm also sharing with you, if you can see the video, you can see in the description below, I have shared links to some of my favorite tarot readers, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Hi, Isabel. Oh my goodness, I miss you. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're well. Um, okay, so let's do our warm up together. Danielle and Isabel, and anyone else who's watching, say hi. Ooh, so I have US and Canada watching me today. Come on, Portugal. Let's go. Let's get another country in there. Okay. Light the candle. You can light my candle. Oh my God, the candle's done. Our abundance candle is done. What does that mean? It means there is a magical miracle of abundance coming to someone. Maybe you. Maybe you. Oh, thank you, Isabel. Seriously, we got to see each other soon. Or at least catch up. Maybe we should catch up. Okay, later. All right. I have a candle. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Not even on purpose. I grabbed the money candle next. So we had abundance. Now we're just going to go straight for the money. All right. So let's light that money candle up and see if we can inspire some financial blessings this weekend and beyond. Here we go. Look, it says cash flow boost. All right. So I'm intending that all of you get the benefits of this cash flow boost candle. Okay. So, like, just set your intention that you are like bringing in and receiving all of the cash available to you. Let's do it. Ooh, I love that. Okay. All right. We're going to do 3 deep breaths. We're going to get into our bodies. Okay. And we're going to breathe together. So this is the point. The point is we do this grounding breath to get into our body. And I want you to just, as you inhale, I want you to imagine that you are calling in or bringing into your body all of the love, light, and life force energy that the universe has to offer. And you're just going to pull it in and allow that breath to activate your cells and dissolve and dissipate anything that doesn't serve you. Okay. We're going to take the power of the moon, which was a full moon yesterday. We're going to use that too to activate all of this. And then with your exhale, you are going to release it. And we are going to trust that Mother Nature is going to transmute it into something useful. Okay. Hi, Cherry. Hola, Ana. Beijinhos. Okay. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths starting now. First one, let's go. And hold. And while you're holding, imagine your cells being activated. And then release. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to do that again, right? Bringing in that beautiful life force energy, activating your cells, dissolving and dissipating the energy that you don't need and doesn't serve you. And then you exhale to release. Okay. Here we go. And release. Okay. One last time together. Let's make it count. Deep breath in. And release. Oh, get it all out. Get all that air out, all of that energy that doesn't serve you. Okay, and we do a little stretching. And remember, you can stretch anything that you feel tension, anywhere you feel tension or stuckness or like a lack of flow where you feel blocks, right? Really, where you feel tight in your body, that's you holding on to tension. Okay, and stretch whatever you can, whenever you can. I have literally made stretching a daily part of my routine, and I do like my hips and my legs when I brush my teeth. So I like literally stretch while I'm brushing. So that's to share, like, you can just integrate stretching into whatever you're doing if you don't have time, or if you do have time, do a whole yoga routine because that's really good for you, right? Then you do yoga, you know how it is. Yoga is beautiful. But if you don't have time for yoga, or if you don't have the patience, or if you're like me, you just don't remember to fit it into your schedule, you do it where you can. Okay, so we're stretching, and after stretching, you got to shake it out. Okay, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, whew. And now we're ready. Okay, feeling good. So now we're going to call in our spiritual support team because once you are in your body, and this is how we connect mind, body, and spirit, right? Okay, so we are breathing to get our body activated, and then we are calling in spirit to connect our mind, body, and spirit as we step into this weekend. Okay, here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping us all set an intention that is in alignment with our highest good for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you for showing us the signs and synchronicities and messages through nature and music and movies and the cards that I pulled today, especially thank you, and the words of others today and always. I appreciate you, I serve you, and I am so grateful for any wisdom you may have for me or the collective today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Whew, all right. Let's go, baby. We've got the Luna Soul Tarot, and I'm so excited to be pulling cards for you today. But first, as I shuffle my cards, and as you think about your intention for the day, I want you to think about your GPS word, reflect on your GPS word, and just think about how you're going to embody that word today. If you don't have a GPS word or you don't know what I'm talking about, go into my description and you can click on my free transformational guide, and that gives you the tips and tricks of energy management or energy hacks, plus how to get your GPS word. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go ahead and go to @MeFirstTV if you're not watching this on YouTube, and subscribe and spread it to others because that helps. And don't forget to ding the notification bell so that you know when I will be live, which is usually weekday mornings, Monday through Friday, at some point in the morning or close to the afternoon as it is today. But I did start in the morning. Also, my personal readings and couples readings or strategy sessions are open. Please go ahead to my Calendly link, which I also have in my description, if you would like to book an appointment so we can talk about whatever's going on with you and we'll help you move through whatever that is together. Okay, I think that's taking care of business. I did promise that I was going to discuss some of my favorite tarot readers. Okay, so I do have their links in the description. Please go ahead and check it out. I read for Scorpio, so I can't speak for the other signs that they discuss because I only listen to Scorpio, generally speaking. But I really do appreciate the way these tarot readers read and their outlook. It's always hopeful, it's motivational. And in some cases, their voices are awesome, such as Dove and Serpent Tarot. That guy has an ASMR voice, if I've ever heard one. He's amazing and so intuitive and so very often reflective of what I need to hear. And often I find that, if you set the intention to if you have routines or you're listening to certain people, maybe even when you listen to me, if you're open to the messages, the universe, God, spirit, your ancestors will always communicate with you through the channels that you use, the channels that you listen to. So very often when I listen to these other tarot readers, I do it with an open mind. And sometimes the things they say, it's like they don't resonate with me, but that's okay because it just doesn't apply to me that week. Other times it feels like they're speaking right to my soul. I literally look around and I'm like, is this a joke? Like, do they know exactly what's happening? And that is, yes, of course, the tarot readers that are very intuitive in reading the energy that needs to be addressed for the collective because we're all connected. So we're all going through the same things, but in very different ways. Okay. So going through the emotions, going through the releasing, going through trying to connect with our authenticity, right? With who we really are. We are shedding the layers of lies, layers of masks, the layers of conditioning, right? And we are releasing that to step into our most powerful selves. We are doing that on an individual level, and we are doing that on a collective level. And that's why things feel scary. And that's why things sometimes feel unhinged, because it's hard to predict how people are going to go through their own dark night of the soul, and how is the country going to go through its own dark night of the soul, which, make no mistake, we are definitely going through a dark night of the soul in the country. How is the world going through the dark night of the soul, realizing that we are more than this, and what's on the outside and what we look like and what we believe in. We are spirit incarnate. We are creation unleashed. And it is up to us to create what we want to see in the world. And I promise you, when you look at that, right, it seems very sort of utopian. Oh, if everybody creates what they want, it's a beautiful world. Like, no, but also yes, right? Because I will never believe that deep down inside there are people out there that want to see destruction. Okay. I mean, yes, there are people who, after everything that they've been through, they are externalizing their internal pain and want to see things destroyed and want to destroy others and ruin things, right? But it's no different than a little kid who isn't getting what he wants, or sometimes us when we don't get what we want and we start screaming and yelling and saying things that we don't mean. But deep down inside, we just want to be seen and held and validated. And so my purpose, and what I will remind you of every day, is that you have to begin by seeing yourself, by honoring yourself, the good and the bad, the awesome characteristics and the ones that maybe you struggle with, or the ones that make other people uncomfortable. Accept and embrace who you are. And when you begin here and understand that you are the conduit of love and light, of the ultimate creator, then, and you realize the power that you have, then you can slowly practice using that power with mindfulness, using that power with kindness and compassion, and creating other things that you love to see in the world, other things that reflect the light and beauty that we all have within us. Whew, that feels good, people. That feels good. Okay. Other card readers, Sonia 333, although I guess she's Sonia 1103 because I copied it. She's awesome. I love her. She's a Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio, definitely listen to her. Alice Tarot. Sometimes she's hilarious. Like, I just find that she talks about things like you're sitting in her room with her, and she like tells it like it is. So if you don't like people to sugarcoat your readings, Allie, she's awesome. Same with Born Without Boundaries Tarot. She's amazing. I mean, they're all amazing. I really like them for their own reasons. And I listen to both women and men. And non-binary folk, because whoever I listen to is just someone who resonates with me, and whatever that they're, the way that they look at things, their perspective, I find helpful. Such as Minnow Pond Tarot. This guy, I love him. He's very also matter of fact. He'll just tell it like it is. He does not mince his words, and I appreciate his honesty very much. Alex Heels, she does all signs and also does Scorpio specifically, and she's a Scorpio, and I love her. She curses and talks to angels, and her angels curse. It's just hilarious. If you're offended by that, don't listen to her. She's amazing and definitely connected. I just love listening to her. And Illuminated Tarot. Illuminated Tarot, another one of my favorite tarot readers. She is just she's fun, and I feel like that she has a lot of the similar energy to me. I feel like her and I would be besties if we met. We probably would get along very well. She has she looks about my age and probably been through things much as we have, those of us who are women of a certain age. Although she's definitely younger than me, but that's okay. All right, so let's pull some cards. If you're still listening, I love you, I appreciate you, and thank you for being here. I really do. Okay, so let's see what's happening for the weekend. What is the collective energy for the weekend? Oh, did I knock the cards? I don't know if I did. So let's do that and then mix them up. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. I don't know. I don't know what song's in my head. I can't tell you. Actually, I know what song that song's in my head. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If the train goes off the tracks, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know why that song's been in my head, but I actually used to live on the 9. On the 9 line, the 1, 2, 3, and 9. 1 and 9 was the local, 2 and 3 were the express. And that's exactly where I lived in the city when I lived in New York City. So every once in a while I sing that song and it makes me feel like a badass. I don't know. Laugh at me all you want. Maybe it's cringe. But if you're watching me, you're probably not someone who uses the word cringe. So, because you're probably much older. Oh, God, guys. Why are you still here? I don't know. I'm just like enjoying watching me make a fool of myself. All right. I feel good right now. And I feel good going into the weekend. Although I don't know what this weekend's going to bring. But we are already well into July. It feels a little crazy to be saying that. But what does this July weekend bring for us? Okay, so cards, let's go. I'm ready. Okay, you're ready too. Beautiful. Page of discs. All right, and as you guys know, in this deck, the discs are pentacles, for those of you who know tarot. And page of discs is something new, and it's not an idea, right? Because it's discs, so it's something new manifested, a new opportunity, a new shift in your life, something coming in that is giving you hope, bringing you security, right? Because like pentacles are about like real life things. It's like health, it's body, it's not mind, because that's air and those are swords, but this is like money and your home and your health and like the things that are tangible in life. So something new coming in, right? Oh, but what's our challenge? The Queen of Cups, right? And the Queen of Cups, and I heard this actually from Dove and Serpent Tarot, and he describes queens as always dealing with an ending. And I thought, what an interesting way to look at it. And if I was to take that perspective and look at the Queen of Cups as processing an ending, she is emotionally processing an ending, and it makes sense, right? So if this page of discs is a new thing coming into your life, right? Something tangible that is coming into your life, then the challenge of dealing with the new thing is processing your emotions about letting go of the things from the past, of letting go of the things that no longer fit the new thing coming in, right? And how interesting, of course, that it was a full moon, and right, the full moon is about releasing those things that don't serve us, right? So this is about processing. The Queen of Cups processes through her emotions. She processes the loss, processes pain, processes love and hope, right? She holds space for all the feelings, right? And so this is probably something that you might be going through. You might be feeling emotional, and full moons can already kind of inspire that emotional processing, some stronger than others, but I did hear that the Capricorn full moon may be bringing up some intense emotions for you. Why? Because Capricorn is about structure, right? And this is about a new opportunity. So potentially a new opportunity or something new is coming in that you need to create the structure for. And maybe that's hard for you. Maybe you're having a hard time shifting and changing how you do things, and you've got a lot of feelings about it. So you're going to kind of have to sit with them this weekend. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Ooh, honey. Okay. So underneath the surface, right? Like what you're really hoping for. And here we go. Now we got a Queen of Discs, right? And so so you have the Page of Discs, right? And then the Queen of Discs. And the Queen also is the person who nourishes and nurtures that symbol, right? So the Queen of Discs is the nurturer and the one who gives nourishment to the discs, to the creations. She feeds you and clothes you and loves you through the material processes, right? So that's what she's doing. Underneath the surface, you are nourishing your ideas, the things that you want to bring into fruition, your hopes, your dreams, your life. You are nourishing, right? Underneath, you are putting together the pieces that will nourish the life that you are trying to create, right? Because you are in the process of creating that life. We are always in the process of creating our life. Every decision you make, every action you take right now in the present is contributing to your future vision, to your future self, to your evolution, right? Because what I do today is going to immediately affect tomorrow, right? Because if I forget to water a plant, well, then tomorrow I'm going to have to definitely remember, because if I forget too many days, that plant is going to die, right? So I need to make sure that I am continually nourishing or nurturing the things that I want to see blossom, right? And so this is underneath the surface. You are keeping track of what you need to nourish in your life in order to make sure that it blossoms and grows and evolves into the life that you want, or the vision that you have. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So here we go. In the past, in the recent past, we have the Hierophant, right? Hierophant. I don't know. My words aren't working today. What can I tell you? Okay, so the Hierophant is Taurus energy. That's earthly energy. That is structure. That is, going by the book. And maybe before you had a plan and you were all set and you knew what you wanted to do, right? And the Queen, she is nourishing that plan. She is making sure that whatever it is that you had in mind to set into place, that you are taking care of business, right? And it is in the structure that you created in the past that is creating the opportunity that is coming right now, right? So this is like all that work you did, the work that you've been doing. And if something hasn't come through yet, I promise you it's going to come through for you. I can't promise it's going to be this weekend, but I can tell you that when you put the time and the energy and the planning and the work into creating something, right? Even though you can't see it, just like a pregnant body, you don't see the baby, right? But we see the belly, so we kind of know something's happening in there. But it doesn't work the same with our dreams and with our goals, right? We don't see it happening always. Sometimes we just have to keep hope alive and understand that the work that we did and showing up every day is going to have the results that we want. And so this card is telling you that you've put in the work, you put in the structure. All you got to do is keep showing up, right? And navigate those emotions. Allow yourself to process the feelings about everything that you've set up and see what's working for you and what isn't working for you, and move forward with the confidence that your plan is in place. So just keep executing. It is going to work out. Okay. Okay, sorry. It is going to work out. Look at the card so you are holding space, right? Like, so this card, which is at the top, and I'm doing a Celtic cross to give us a little idea of what to expect for the weekend. But this card, which is, it's a possible outcome card very often. Sometimes people say it's a possible outcome. I look at it as like what you're holding space for, what you're working towards, what your highest self sees as possibilities. And that's the 9 of discs, right? So look at that. You start with, in the middle, the page of discs, like a new idea being formed, right? And then you have underneath your soul guiding you to nourish the actual thing that you are trying to make come true, whatever it is that you are working towards in your life that you want to see come to fruition, whatever you are trying to nourish to blossom. Okay, which is this is the blossoming. This is the 9 of discs. You start with one, and eventually with nourishment, with consistency, with showing up for your dreams. Here you go. It is everything that you're working towards. The 9 of discs is the success, right? The 10 is the completion, but the 9 is like, you got it, you're doing it. All right. So what's next? Okay. So we've had this card before in the recent future. So I would say, like, because we're talking about the weekend. So at some point you may have some time where you're going to be reflecting on the things that you are carrying, right? So it's not easy. Sometimes we have these ideas, we have these dreams, and we're like holding them. We're holding them, we're taking care of them. We accept the responsibility on our shoulders, right? Like, look at him, he's got 5 discs. Now, normally, when you see the 5 of discs, which is, 5 of pentacles, this is sort of giving you the feeling of feeling left out, like you've got so much on your own plate and you just don't feel like you have support. You're feeling maybe FOMO. You're feeling maybe like that you're not doing it the right way, like that it's all on you and you just can't see how you're going to make it happen. All right? So I'm letting you know that you may have moments of doubt on this journey. This weekend, you may feel hope, you may see the possibilities, but you may also have doubts and you may start to reflect on your own life and whether or not you're going to be able to make this happen. Okay. But don't forget, you have the 9 of discs. So just keep going. The 5, that's only 4 more discs to the 9, right? So even though you feel the weight and the burden of your dreams, of working so hard, and you feel like, I can't do survival mode anymore, I need to start thriving. It is coming. Right now, you feel you are in that mode, right? But when you feel like your capacity is at its max, right? When you're like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm, at the precipice of burnout, right? I want you to understand that what you are doing in that moment is you are working on increasing your capacity to do more, to hold more, to be a part of more. And so I want you to use all of the tools and strategies that you have in place. Watch some of my old videos, read some books, listen to some motivational podcasts, go listen to other tarot readers that I suggest, and find the place where you can hold space for the discomfort of overwhelm, for the discomfort of failure, right? Of thinking, I can't do this. And that is when you surrender it to God and just say, look, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to do what I can as best as I can. And I'm going to trust that you are going to lead the way to evolve for the highest and greatest good of all. That is where you need to focus. That is how you need to move forward, because we can't do it all on our own. We can't, right? I do not do anything on my own. I ask, Scott's on the other side. Okay. So I have an advantage. My husband is literally on the other side. So I can talk to him and ask him for help. But, no difference. God is there for you. God is there for everyone. Jesus, God, whoever you believe in, they are there. That energetic support system exists. Okay. It is why everyone in the world has, well, okay, so there's atheists who don't believe in anything, in God specifically, and that's okay. Like, you're allowed to not believe in anything. But even atheists believe in themselves, in their own power. And that is in the power of life and the power of love, right? We have that power. Hi, Sean. Hi, so nice to see you. Happy Friday. Okay, so next, right? So how are you showing up in this? Okay, so you are showing up as the Queen of Wands, right? And the Queen of Wands, oh, she just sets fire to whatever is not working for her and moves forward with passion. And so like the spark, right? The spark of life, the spark of creativity. Now I want you to think, okay? So the Page of Discs is an opportunity, something coming your way, and that's earth, right? And you show up as fire, right? Fire and earth is the spark that creates, right? It's what brings things to life. It is the fire, which is the electrical spark, right? That, right, like the Big Bang, brings in things into fruition. It's the idea, the spark, and into the earth it creates, right? So you are showing up as the creator, right? With the fire of life within you. So you have the power to make what you want happen. You have that flame. You have the spark. So know that you have it, and you don't have to look outside of yourself to get it. You are showing up as a passionate leader, moving towards your future. Keep going. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, so the next card in the spread is outside circumstances, other people. Look at this, the 6 of Wands. So you show up with all your fire. And here we go. Now there's 6 more, right? Because when you show up with passion and fire, with that spark, then you attract more, right? It's like, if you like light One flame, you can light many others. You can inspire others. You can um, bring other people into that vision and make it happen. And this is victory, right? This is success in inspiring others. It is success in bringing your vision to life. It is success in creating what you want to create. So think about it. This weekend, the energy is ripe for you to bring something to fruition. Okay. Okay, Page of Cups. Now this is in the hopes and fears section, right? So the Page of Cups, once again, Cups is about emotions and feelings, and a page is a new feeling that comes in maybe to throw you, right? To throw a little something into the mix, whether it's love or inspiration or passion or anything, right? It can also be struggle, right? It can be you being afraid that your emotions are going to get in the way, because how often do we have these visions of our future, visions of what we want to create, and then we let our feelings about it get in our heads, right? This feeling of not being able to do it, or feeling afraid, or feeling anxious, or feeling like we're not good enough, or feeling like other people can't see who we are. That those emotions that come up can prevent us from moving forward. But don't let it stop you. Feel your feelings. Be sad, be disappointed, be scared, be all the things that you are. There is nothing wrong with any emotion that comes up. That is your body and your mind processing this energy and keeping it moving. And if you allow it to move through you, if you just accept that's how you feel about certain things, if that's how you feel about this situation, that's okay. It's okay to feel that way. Don't forget about my 7 steps, right? 7 steps to healing your wounds. Whatever emotion comes up, you don't judge it. You just accept it. Maybe you want to look into it as to why that might be coming up for you and doing some work on it, but it is a part of who you are. Do not reject it. Emotions, right? Now, I want you to think about this, right? Because we have earth, we have fire, and now we have water, right? And what does every plant need to grow, right? Every plant, not just every plant, every living organism needs nutrients and needs hydration, right? Needs water, needs um, and that's part of what we do, right? That's part of how we show up. That is, when you are planting a seed, you water it, right? You water it and you give it sunlight, and that's the fire, right? So you have to navigate your emotions and navigate all of the different elements, because they're all important. You just have to sort of manage how much or how little you are exposing to your ideas, right? Making sure that your perspective allows for everything to exist, and then you just kind of navigate how it shows up in your life. All right, now let's see what the final outcome is. Final outcome is the 2 of discs. Okay, so we started with the Page of Discs, okay, which is like an opportunity, something showing up. And look, by the end, it multiplies. Now, I know that we're holding space for 9, but what this is showing you is that, because this is the reading for the weekend, you're going to start off with one idea, with one opportunity, not an idea, with one opportunity, with something that is coming into your life. And by the end of the weekend, you're going to see 2 possibilities, 2 opportunities, or very much it can be how you are going to figure out how to navigate this new opportunity with the life that you already have, right? Like, what do you keep and what do you need to release in order to move forward with this new opportunity, in order for you to take advantage of the gifts that you are being given in the world, in this process, in your life, in your evolution. All right. I love this so much. I really do. I love that. Okay. So let me pull and do a qualifying card. I'm not going to do this for too much longer. Let me know if you guys, if this resonates with you, and if, let me know after the weekend that this is like gone a certain way for you. So what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull an oracle card to see what is the opportunity coming in. What's the opportunity that's coming in? What is this Page of Discs? What do we need to be paying attention to, right? Give us a sign of what we need to pay attention to, so we know that this is the opportunity, right? Okay. You know what this chop wood, number 42, 4 and 2 is 6. Okay. I just want to reflect that this is the 6 of wands. Okay. The 6 showed up. Now, chop wood. Do you guys know what that card represents? It represents taking care of business, right? And this is beautiful, okay? Because the Page of Discs is an opportunity that may or may not be coming. And maybe what this card is saying is that chop wood, it's like chop wood, carry water. What do? You do the things you need to do. You follow the structure, you follow the rules, right? Just take care of what you need to take care of. Follow the structure that you created for yourself, and you keep showing up and taking care of the things that need to be taken care of, right? Chop wood, carry water, nourish your seeds however it is that they need to be nourished, right? Show up for your garden. Show up doing what needs to get done. And you may not see the results right away, but if you just keep focusing on what you need to take care of with whatever deal that you made with yourself, I'm going to show up every day, and this is what I'm going to do to take care of business. Whatever structure that you created for yourself, stick to it. Show up for yourself every day, and you are going to see things evolve. And I believe this weekend can be a very powerful weekend for that. Set your boundaries. Okay. Saying that to myself too. All right. Chop wood, being grounded in everyday experience, humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full bloom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. I love this, okay? Because once again, this talks about how you had set up a structure. Just do what you need to do and trust that you are going to be sent the opportunities that need to come our way. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to fight for it right now. What you need to do is just take care of business, right? Just keep doing it. Just keep showing up, okay? Let's pull one more card with... Okay, let's see what the Queen of Cups is trying to tell us, this challenge of our emotions, right? Let's see. What is the Queen of Cups trying to tell us for this weekend? What do we need to be paying attention to? What is the challenge? Okay, so the challenge is knowing what is for you or what isn't for you. Okay, once again, a number 6. Now, you guys know 666 is 6 as the number of the devil, but 6 in tarot is about balance, right? And actually it does match if you think about the devil, because the devil energy, even in tarot, but as a archetype, is about indulging, right? So it's about the lack of balance, right? It's about focusing on things that don't serve you. That is that devil energy, okay? And so the number 6 is about paying attention to what is for you and what isn't for you. Where in life are you not balanced? What is not working for your highest good? So I am going to read that to you. And because this is sort of a reflection of the Queen of Cups, okay, then what you need to understand is that Queen of Cups, your emotions are going to be the indicator of whether or not something is for you, right? If you are feeling connected to whatever you're experiencing, the only thing that I ask you to do is to pause and ask yourself, is this a feeling that is sustainable, right? Is this something that I want to feel over and over again? Is this something that I can sustain in this way in my life? I don't know. That's just what's coming to me. Okay. But I'm going to read the not for you card. Isabel, really? It's really resonating? Oh God, thank you for telling me. I love that. I love that it's resonating with you. Sorry if you're going through any challenges, because some of this is about whatever challenges people are facing, because we're all facing challenges. So I'm sending you love. I love you. Okay, not for you. A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. Okay, Queen of Cups, right? So if you are crying and sad and feeling alone and abandoned, understand that God is protecting you for something that is not for you. So trust the disillusion of things that you maybe had many expectations about. Okay. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel like you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for the exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better will make you truly happy. That will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust this. Okay, so whatever is falling apart or dissolving in your life, trust that it is for a grander purpose. Okay, what else do I want to know about? I want to ask, let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're pushing it. I know. Last one. Let's see, what are the two of discs? We want to know like what that final result is, the two of discs. What is it that we are kind of facing at the end? Is it balance? Is it two different things we need to decide between? Is it two opportunities that show up? I don't know. Mending is the card that came up, 52, mending. All right. So what that tells me is it's a healing process, right? And it does tell me that it's a balancing situation where you are going to, take this new opportunity or this vision or goal that you are working towards and trying to figure out how to make it work in your life. And you may have to heal some limiting beliefs. You may need to release some blocks. You may need to practice doing things in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable at first because you're not used to doing things that way, in order for you to heal the parts of you that cannot accept your success, that cannot, because it feels unsafe to feel happy. It feels unsafe to be successful for whatever reason. We all have our reasons why those things are hard. Okay. Okay. That is, sorry, now I'm getting messages. Okay. But let me read the mending card and then we will wrap this up, because I think this is reflective of kind of what's been going on in general for everyone. So here is your message 52, mending, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we're hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over again. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. I love that message, because when we hold on to the hurt from other people, and when we talk about forgiveness, it can be a very activating topic, shall we say, a triggering topic. When people say, forgive the people who hurt you, what it is, and the way I look at forgiveness is literally disconnecting from that other person's control of your life, allowing another person's actions or words or choices to dictate how you feel about yourself is not sustainable, and it is not fair, and it does not work for you. If someone has hurt you in some way, it is not that you need to forgive them, be like, oh, well, they did their best. I mean, you can, if that's how it works for you, that's great. But it's more about, I will not allow that hurt to live in my heart anymore, to take any more time, space, or focus from what is important to me anymore. Because when you're putting time and attention on where you are hurt, you cannot put your time and attention and focus on where you are going or where to curate your happiness from, right? Like if you are always focused on the pain, then you can't evolve and heal that pain because you're like, look, it hurts. Look, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Every time I touch it, it hurts. It hurts. Yes, it does. It hurts. So you accept that this freaking thing hurts and it's always going to hurt. But you have to practice not focusing on the hurt, but maybe shifting your focus on how you can gain back your power, on the healing, right? On removing all the gunk from your wound, taking it out, putting some, like cleaning it out, right? Putting a little antiseptic, okay? Sticking a band-aid on it, and then moving on. You don't keep opening up the wound and throwing in salt or throwing in dirt, then it's going to become an infected wound over and over again. And every time you tell your story of pain, every time you repeat that story without processing it, okay? Because we talk about things over and over and over again, and there is talking through it to process it, and then there's talking through it to repeat it and to remind yourself, this is what life is like. This is how unfair things are. This is how many times I've been ignored. This is how many people hate me. This is all the evidence why I suck. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop it. Because then is that person or those people who don't see you over and over again getting into your head, controlling you, controlling your life, controlling your passion. You have to remove control from all outside forces, and you need to bring your power back and understand that you get to dictate who you are. You get to say who you are. You get to practice being the human that you want to be, regardless of other people's opinions about your choices or your actions. You are responsible for yourself. And you are responsible for creating the life that you want. And yes, things are going to happen outside of you. Yes, people are going to hurt you. Yes, there's going to be terrible experiences that you have to navigate through. Get your tools, get your people, and start practicing doing things the way it feels good for you, based on how you function best, based on how you thrive, not based on how other people are telling you, but based on how you know works best for you. Okay? Because you matter, and only you know what to do for you. That's why the show is called Me First, right? Because I want you to focus on yourself. It is imperative that you take responsibility for your life and clearing out anything that hides or fades your light, because that light is important. And now more than ever, we need everybody's light at maximum brightness. Okay. We need to put our light and love in the world. And I encourage you to go after what you want. Don't let anyone stop you, and just keep practicing. If you fall, get up. If you make a mistake, that's okay. It's just information. It's just education. It is learning that will help you make a different choice next time, as long as you take the opportunity to make the different choice or take a different action. Okay, that's my little speech for you today. I love you all. I wish you an incredible, incredible weekend. Keep shining your light.